Hello, my name is Evie. The Vitality Coaches of AVB asked me to explain to you why we should do dynamic meetings. Noel will lend me a hand by writing some things down for me so you can follow my explanations better. But first I want to say, how good of you that you are curious about what dynamic meetings are. Being curious is a good skill that will help you in the future a lot, so do not lose that. As you noticed, I am talking English. I hope you don't mind. Okay, let's start with the why. This I will explain to you with two good arguments. My first argument is actually more a question to you. Do you realize that 10 years ago a human person would have stand here in front of you, but now it is not that strange for you that a cartoon figure talks to you and does the same? This is because a lot changed in 10 years, and this is still not the end of modernization. Would you not expect that the same development or modernization would be happening in how we do meetings? Interesting thought, isn't it? Well, let's move on to my second argument, which involves your health. Herefore I want to make a short side step and do a short history on meetings. As long as there are people, there are meetings. At a campfire. In Rome. At the round table of King Arthur, which were all good in their own way, and in their own time. But in time we got more and more meetings in one day. So we choose one way which we thought is the best way to endure this all day. So we do sitting meetings. Is this bad? No, this is not bad, but when you have a sitting job, there are some medical risks. And it would be better to do your meetings in a dynamic way. To explain this more, I have asked my good friend, the professor.
Thank you, Evie. Your answer is correct. There are some serious medical risks I want to share with you. Some will say that they want to do sitting meetings because they are afraid of back pains when they stand a lot, but this is mostly just because they are not used to. Others prefer to sit so that they can sit behind something, like a table or a laptop, which gives some physical feeling of safety. But recent research gave us insight that sitting is very bad for us. Especially because we sit much more than years ago. Let me show you some facts. New research found out that long sitting on a day comes with big health risks. For example, sitting 8 to 11 hours a day gives you 15% more chance of early death than someone who sits less than 4 hours a day. Keep in mind that we average spend 85% of our free time sitting. Is how our day looks like. We sleep 8 hours. Sit at work for 7 hours. Watch TV for 2 hours. At relaxing we spent 1.5 hours, the use of internet 1.5 hours, eating food 1 hour, and we are active for about 3 hours. Here are some more health facts. What happens when you sit a lot? The fat rate increases 50% in your blood. Electric activities stop in your legs completely, your calorie usage goes down to 1 per minute, the oxygen level decreases in your brain. After 2 hours the healthy cholesterol in your blood decreases with 20%, and also your insulin effectiveness decreases 24%. See that long sitting on a day comes with big health risks. Please keep that in mind when you sit a lot.
Professor for these facts. Now let's go back to how we do meetings at this moment. I expect you agree with me that we need a meeting method that fits these modern times we live in. One who speeds up our meetings, helps faster decision making, stimulates more nonverbal communication, stimulates health and energy through the day, stimulates more creativity and cooperation, can actually save time. This modern method is called dynamic meeting, or meetings 2.0. So now I have explained to you why we should do dynamic meetings, and what a dynamic meeting is good for. But how do we do dynamic meetings? Well, that is why we made some changes to the meeting room 1.20 at Hoka. As an example to show you how this looks like. Because first, we need to create an environment where you can do this best. So, we put some plants in the room for extra oxygen, some colors to create an inspiring and energy-giving environment. Also, we placed a few adjustable tables for people who want to write some things down on paper or a laptop. But I challenge you to use the whiteboards instead. Did you know that you can also use a handy app for your smartphone to manually steer the slides of your presentation without having your laptop close to you? And as last, we made some guidelines for you. We did all of this so that this modern way of doing meetings can be optimally applied. By the way, we placed these guidelines on the door of the dynamic meeting room to help you to do this modern way of meetings. You can also find these, and more information about dynamic meetings, on the intranet under the link HR, and then Vitality Eat. Or you can ask one of the Vitality coaches. Hereby I would like to challenge you to do your very next meeting in this dynamic meeting room and give it a real try. And experience the early cold positive effects on the meeting itself, and on your health and energy level throughout the day. We wish you a good meeting.